Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Vikings and the Jets, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 22.
We are situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that can be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Charles Davis alongside me, and I'm Brandon Gaudin. And folks, the wait is over. Yes, it's just the preseason, but football is back in your living room.
And I'm excited. I know you are as well. The summer heat feels good on these old bones, especially because we're not putting on pads. We don't have to be out there in that heat running into other people. But I'm glad these guys are. Football is back.
Now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, and Zach Wilson.
And what was really attractive about Zach Wilson coming out of college, coming out of BYU, his ability to create and make plays when many people thought they didn't exist. But what's been even better is watch him improve in the pocket, able to hit the back foot, make the right read, and the right throws.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 5 now. Wilson, and that'll be incomplete.
Used to have a coach just tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, you know, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen technique.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Kareem Hunt, 38 yards. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength is on display there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. Fielded right around the 8. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. Give him a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it still brings up 4th. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down.
Well, he's certainly trying to earn his way into some more looks in the offense once the regular season heats up. If he continues to make plays like that, I think QB1 will look his way a little more often once the regular season begins.
Now Wilson on 1st down.
Swings this out for Hunt.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down marker at the Vikings' 15-yard line.
49 yards rushing for him now to this point.
They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Calling no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
Fielded right around the 8. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Ooh, with a juke. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around a finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see, and they'll call that one every time.
On 2nd down now. It's Cook, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback land on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a jet touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
And now out comes Minnesota. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this run.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
He's going to try and take off with it.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
A nice run there. He calls his own number, gets the first down, and then slides to a stop before he has to take any contact.
And that absolutely has to please this coaching staff because you know they've been drilling into his head. You're no good to us on the sidelines if you're not playing, right? If you have to be over here full-time with us, that doesn't work so well. We need you on the field, so sliding like that, they'll take that every time.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. to throw here. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. $17-0 our score after one. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Mond out of the shotgun. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Mon. Working the middle, and he's got it complete to Akins, the tight end. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Mon. Throwing right, and that's complete. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for them, in with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk from 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day. Most of the starters are likely done.
Boy, rough crowd. No football for 6 months. Already we're skipping halftime. All right, let's get right back to the action. We're set for quarter 3. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This is Gordon as they go to him again. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They're going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is good. It just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10.
So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Come on, I don't know about you, but can you just almost feel the relief that's gone through this stadium? He picked up that first down. Without it, this game is over.
And when he took off, it was almost like, oh, no, this might be it, but found a way to pick up the first. They go play action here on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Anthony Jennings, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On 2nd down, Gordon once more. And he'll have a Jets first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now Gordon on first down. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, take a few chances as well.
from Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Shotgun snap and a give to Carter. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Got a man. It's Mims. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon, and he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Melvin Gordon taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. That'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for. And this
puts it on the carpet, it's out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, you got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
On 1st down, it's Gordon. And some room to work. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? He was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Here's Pollard again. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Now they got to get to the line quickly. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Flushed out right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.